ladies and gentlemen. This is Rapacity with that by Dioramas. Thank you for joining me this evening, this night, this morning, wherever you are. We're going to start off this stream off with our first reenactment of our scene. So, thank you for being with us. Thank you for coming and showing up. And I hope you enjoy our scene. So, allow me to get prepared. Just a brief moment. And what's up, Grundle? How are you? Good. How's it going? How's your night been so far? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for showing some love. And thank you for showing some support. Appreciate you stopping by. Right now, I'm getting prepared to shoot the first scene of Dead by Dioramas, the web series. So I'm letting people come in, allowing me to, talk, say hi, and then once I've set up and said hi to everybody, then we're going to be starting to, then we're going to shoot our scene. Then once we're done with our scene, then we're going to get into some games. So once again, thank you for coming out. Oh, for sure. No problem. Warzone, that shit is too fast for me. I'm an old man now. I got old man hands, so my hands cramp up and fucking, those games are too fast for me and I can't keep up with them. So I gotta slow down a little bit with the type of games that I play. Even Dead by Daylight is a little bit of a try hard because you gotta aim and shit when you're playing as Taylor, but I don't have to try as hard because a lot of Dead by Daylight is predicated off of chase, so most of the game is running around. What do you mean by customize? Which part? Like the scenes? So right now, this is the starting scene. I downloaded that template from Streamlabs OBS. So they have templates that they offer that offers different screens that you could download if you're using Streamlabs OBS. So Streamlabs OBS has different templates. This is one template that they have that I picked, and I was able to modify the scenes. So, for example, Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Streamlabs OBS has a lot of these scenes integrated within them, and you can switch between scenes. Okay, so this is the starting scene that I have. The scene right now to play games, video games. Right now I don't have Dead by Daylight loaded, so that's why it's not coming up. And then the scene that we're going to go into, that I want to shoot real quick right before the stream. And then this is my talking scene in between games. So when I want to talk to chat and like just chill, like relax in between games, this is the scene that I would like to be in to talk to chat. And then, move the camera around, you can see me. Amen. But right now, yeah. Different camera angles keeps the audience engaged. That's what I learned. You know what I mean? So it between different scenes, still engaged with the audience. keeps the audience relatively higher numbered engaged. Obviously, it's not perfect. I mean, I only have one webcam right now. I mean, this is the only webcam I have, so I have to use it for basically everything. I found an app, or not really an app, or it's kind of an app, but it's some software that you install on your computer that you allow. You gotta hook up your phone to your computer, like the USB-C drive or whatever, like direct line, and you could capture the video from your camera from your phone if you attach it to the computer. I don't have that set up right now, but I want to down the line. You understand what I'm saying? So that way I have at least two different cameras that I can jump back and forth, and that way I have camera one, and then my phone will be camera two, and then I could at least start with there and switch back and forth. You know what I mean? So this is the chat screen, like I was saying. This is intermission. When you just want to chill and talk or whatever, or like I need to go do something. You know what I mean? And then if I need to use the bathroom, I'll be right back or something like that. These scenes obviously, everybody has their own preference. You know what I mean? I like this theme with the music that I'm playing because at this time of night, I'm in chill mode because the day's been fucking long, and I'm basically winding down myself. So these last couple hours, it's like I want to hang out with some good people, relax, and like make sure everybody has a good time. You know what I mean? Like that's my thought process. So mind you, I'm gonna do Dead by Diorama Scene 1 or Act 1 Scene 1 right now. What's up, used to be? How are you, brother? I'm doing good. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you showing the love and coming in. Oh man, I forgot to tell you. I think on the Steam account, it might have accidentally blocked or some shit happened where I might be blocked or you might be blocked or some shit happened where like I can't talk to you. So just on Steam, do me a favor and look at that. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to message you one day on Steam and for whatever reason I couldn't find you. But for sure, thank you, used to be. I appreciate you coming by. We're gonna be playing Dead by Daylight in a little bit. I'm gonna be shooting this first scene for my web series right now, Dead by Dioramas. I'm learning a bunch still, and I'm trying to get better. I've always learned by my own. I try to follow the stream like anyone. Gotta make it fun. Yeah. I mean, we're trying to make it fun. What I'm trying to do is, like, I don't necessarily want to be like everybody else, but you also want to take advice from good streams and good streamers. So what I'm doing is, like, I look at content that I enjoy consuming, and I try to replicate that in the content that I'm trying to produce. So if there's things that I see that I like, I go, if I like it, maybe my audience likes it too, and I go with that gut intuition as to if I'm enjoying the content, then it's 9 times out of 10 maybe my audience is enjoying the content too. That's the thought process. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and now we will start Dead by Dioramas Act 1 Scene 1. I appreciate everybody for stopping in. I'm gonna not interact for a little bit. Just I want you to know that I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I'm trying to record the audio for the script for the scene, and I want to get through the scene as quick as possible without any mistakes. You understand? So just understand, I'm not trying to ignore you. What I'm trying to do is just go through the scene, and then when we're done with the scene, I'm going to ask for feedback, and then I'll go back and interact with you again, you know what I mean? But I just want you to know that I'm not trying to ignore you if you say hi, or, or you're going to ask a question or something like that. Like, what I'm trying to do is, you know, as I said, start the stream, let everybody settle in, settle down, and then once people are settled in for for the first scene, we're gonna shoot the scene, and then we're gonna get into the games. I mean, so I'm almost there. I gotta pull up a couple of more things. To make sure that I'm on the right place. Okay. No, not that. I don't want that one. Close that. All right. Okay, that's where I'm at. All right. I want to turn this down a little bit because it's a little distracting to me. I just want to turn it down a little bit more. All right. One second. That feels a little bit better. Let's have my ears on. All right. So where we at? That is not exactly how I wanted to do it. So let's go right back. Right, and now. Okay. And here we go. Act 1, Scene 1. We are waiting on. Right, 1 second. I gotta grab my. Gotta grab the magnet. Alrighty. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up for Dead by Dioramas. I'm your host, Pastor. Okay. That was not supposed to be in there. Okay. This is Dead by Dioramas. I am your host, Rapacity, and we're going to get into Act 1, Scene 1 of Dead by Dioramas. So, we're going to introduce everyone into the scene properly. The scene starts out in an undisclosed location. It's a castle, and Rapacity, me, the host, is standing outside the castle in front of the doors, in front of the front hall of the castle. The castle is dimly lit, and Rapacity stands with his arms behind his back. Waiting for his colleagues to arrive. He's invited these 4 members of Congress to a game as simple as it might be. One by one they arrive. First, Senator Chuck Schumer, then Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Rapacity states, "The others should be arriving soon." Chuck responds, "We shouldn't have to wait for them. Let's go." Marjorie states, of course we're going to wait for them. We can't play with only 3 people. So Chuck responds, "They should have been here sooner." Rapacity chooses to remind Chuck they're only a few minutes late. It should be fine. Chuck looks highly offended and scowls at the remark. Chuck responds, "No one else is late. They shouldn't get a pass just because it's a single transgression." Finally, the doors to the castle push open. finally the doors to the castle open, and once more comes in Senator Mitch McConnell and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They're giving each other sour looks as they enter the building, enter the castle, and they make it a point to stand on opposite ends of each other. Rapacity claps his hands. He says, "All right, people, let's get to the game room." And finally, we'll get some things underway. Mitch responds, "I don't even know why I agreed to this. It's absolutely stupid." Alexandria responds, "Well, no, Dolph, Mitch. Maybe you should keep those comments to yourself the next time you say that." Senator McConnell, disgruntled by the remark Representative Ocasio-Cortez states, makes a disgruntled look. He's actually more annoyed that he's being called out than he is actually embarrassed. Rapacity, clearly trying to prevent another argument from happening before the game is underway, clears his throat to get everyone's attention and begins quickly walking through the winding hall of the castle. Rapacity states, we're going to be playing a game, what I call Dead by Dioramas. It's a bit of a complicated game, but I'm sure that we'll all be able to catch on quickly, and I'll explain the rules as we go. Rapacity opens up another door, which leads them into a larger, dimly lit room. A massive wooden table sits at the center of the room with a hard spiral notebook in front of the chair at the head of the table. Rapacity sits down in his chair and puts his hands on the book. You'll see that each chair sits in front, Rapacity states, you'll see that each chair sits in front of a marker. Ladies and gentlemen, pick your player. And that is the end of Seed 1, Act 1. Thank you for stopping by. This is Dead by Dioramas. I am your host, Rapacity. And this has been Dead by Dioramas, Act 1, Seed 1. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I appreciate any feedback. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's close that. Let's close this. We're gonna run that. Okay. Alrighty. So, brief intermission. Put these models away and start to get situated. So just give me a moment while I set up. I thank you and I appreciate you all. One second. Okay, that's that. ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. This is Capacity with Dead by Diorama. This is the only game show where you can get killed and still come out a winner. I'm your host, Capacity. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You are quite beautiful. Alrighty. Okay. Now, if you are interested in winning one of our models from today's episode, just type in exclamation mark 8 enter to enter the raffle, and you can win today's model. We're sending out Ash to one of our lucky winners. All you have to do is enter the raffle, exclamation mark 8 enter. Alright? And now, let us get into some games. There we go. Oh, okay. So that's that. And then click on that, right? Or might be better like this for now. I don't know. Like this. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We have a moment over here, right? Yeah. So dark. That's okay. Let me see if I can get some proper color. That's a little bit better. I hope. Alright. Let's get us into some killer games. Now, shall we? Oh, we got 500,000 butt points now. Maybe we could spend them on some of the maybe we spend it on some pyramid head. Power of Hope. It's relatively redundant on them, I think. Let's try nothing I can do about that. I want to let you guys know that this stream is brought to you by one of our sponsors, Razer. If you're in the market for a quality desktop item, please feel free to click the link below. I know it gets your cost to you for any quality Razer product. Alrighty. Where we at? Let's check them out. This is a little boring, so I don't think I want to do this right now. Let's get some Nemesis games. Let's get some Nemesis games rolling. I don't really feel like doing that right now. I'll do that when I want to chill a little bit more and talk. Right now, I want to get a couple of games in my system. And let's make a little bit of content. Again, this is Dead by Dioramas. My name is Rapacity. This is the only game show where you can get killed and still come out a winner. I want to thank you for stopping by and showing some support for the stream. Shout out to Grungle Mac. Shout out to Used to Be. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, I will do my pasta check. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh yeah. And I will touch my toes right now. Thank you. That felt good. Okay. So how are we gonna do this? Let's stop that. So we're gonna get into this game right now. Okay. Let's roll. Let's get some sneaky. Oh, he went upstairs. We got a party over here. Oh yeah, we're having fun. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Got him before the pallet. That's good. Good shit. Let's put him on the scourge hook. Okay. No problem. The Dwight got back up. Okay, no problem. You go on the search trip. And they got it. Let's go. Let's get some sneaky sneaky. Where the fuck did she go? Oh my god, I can't hit shit. Can't hit shit. Can't hit shit. Can't hit shit if my life depended on it. Okay, I guess I'm fucking off as shit today. Jesus Christ. Gotta break this shit because I'm still in tier 1. And this is taking. I can't find anyone because everybody's a stealth lord. We got a zombie over here doing fucking nothing. Literally, the worst part of fucking zombies is that they do fucking nothing. I mean, are you shitting me? And there goes fucking everything. Jesus Christ. Of course. I mean, I've been doing jack shit all fucking game. It only makes sense. And I haven't fucking gotten to tier 2 the whole fucking game. And I can't reach shit because I'm in fucking tier 1 and I have Oh my god, I can't fucking hit anything today. Nothing. Just fucking nothing. Jesus Christ. Okay. I gotta create pressure here. I fucking missed like a fucking bitch. Yep. Okay, well. We know. Okay. Oh, they're teabagging. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And if this door is open, that's it. They already made it to the other side. Yeah. Whatever you guys say. Alrighty. Well, that was completely underwhelming. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Fucking got beat down like a fucking... Oh no. Felt like that was assault on fucking Broadway or some bullshit. Times Square or something, I don't know. That's how bad that beating was. Oh my goodness. 1 second while I get some water. that was a fun beatdown. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rapacity with Diorama. It's the only game show where you can get killed and still come out a winner. I want you to know that this stream is sponsored by our host Lark. At no additional cost to you, you can click on the link in the description below and you can have your very own water bottle that is self-cleaning. It cleans the bacteria in the water for you. So if that's something that you're interested in, click on the link in the description below, and you'll get, at no extra cost to you, you help out the stream. Okay? Okay, well, that's not gonna fucking work. Let's do that shit. Let's play a little bit of Nemesis. Let's get back into this. Well, we are waiting. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're having a great night. I want you to know that I truly want to thank you for being here this night. I love you and I thank you. Alrighty. This is Rapacity. I am the host of Dead by Dioramas, the only game show where you can get killed and still come out a winner. Thank you for joining us. And let us begin. I'm pretty sure I can't hear anything. No, fucking. They were just stealth words. No, just a bunch of stealth words. Can't fucking hear shit because they're a bunch of stealth words. Probably could have played that game a lot differently, especially the beginning of the game. I mean, it's tough because I missed a lot of my whips, which it's tough to figure out which, what was the specific reason why I lost. Oh man, but that was a good game. It was a good game. They kicked my ass. Stuff to think about, you know what I mean? Stuff to think about. Alrighty. Let's play. Back in the same fucking map. Yeah, bro. What's up, Megan? That's what's up. Alrighty. Let's go, Megan. He ran that way. All we need to do is get him off us. But they were quick enough to get that fucking generator done. Put some pressure on the David. This zombie not doing nothing. Come on, zombie. Let's go. Get it together. Oh man, David. Put some pressure. Don't touch my body. My body. What? David's not dead though. Thank you for running into the wall. That really helps me. Goodness. Okay. That's what we need. I mean, we don't love them, but you know what I mean. This fucking Scourge had to put in their work. That last thing kicked my ass though. Why would you go for the hook? Huh? Yeah. Yes, on board. What's up, Miss Spooky Sue? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. I'm not even sure. Sometimes that happens, sometimes that's all that matters. I'm okay. You know, hang it in there. I've been working on my project, Dead by Dioramas. It's a web series that I've been working on. And the web series is predicated off of it's like an SNL suit. It's like an SNL style skit where the 4 players in Dead by Daylight are being played by Congress people, and then the 4 survivors, and then I play the nemesis in the skit. And it sounds really nerdy to me when I explain it to other people, because it's actually half Dead by Daylight and half Dungeons and Dragons. The way the skit is supposed to be role played out. So it's supposed to be real nerdy, which is, you know, up my alley. So the idea is Dead by Daylight, comrades by, or Dead by Dioramas, comrades by daylight. It's supposed to be, you know, a take, slightly light comedic take on everyone calling leftists communists. Well, right now, the way I'm filming it, I filmed it using these action figures to represent the characters, and the first 15 minutes of the stream. So what I did was I pulled up the script, because I have the script written. So I pulled up the script, and I hear him somewhere, yeah. Yeah. I was trying to use the models to represent the dioramas, exactly. Okay, so that was the intention for Dead by Dioramas in the sense of the Dead by Daylight, the game. Now, you've been hiding all game, Miss Nia. I cannot allow that to happen. Okay. Holy shit. I really lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the Dead by Dioramas was supposed to reenact scenes of the civil unrest this past year prior to Biden getting elected under the Trump administration. I wanted the diorama side, when I associate politics, to be scenes of major civil rights moments, which was the intention of the mixture of Dead by Dioramas. Oh, I got stuck on the window. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Zombor. Get her, Zombor. Come on, I gotta make it to before she hits the door. Before she hits the door. Come on. There we go. And now I see her. She gonna try to do something over here. No. I see her go around. Where we at? Now let's go a little sneaky. Let's go a little sneaky. Yeah, so this is Ash from Evil Dead. Ash is in the Dead by Daylight universe. So that's why I included him in the sketches or into the scenes. what you call it? Blah, 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 blah. Right now, I am trying to model them myself. However, I know that blah, 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 blah. I'm not good at the 3D modeling. And right now, what I am doing is 3D printing the models. Okay, we got her down. And she's got adrenaline. So we can't let her just open the door. Oh my goodness. We slugged the last one. I missed. So I would like to learn how to model and create the models myself. However, I don't think right now okay, she goes back down. Actually, she's got a while to open up that thing. We could actually probably make it to the door. Especially if we keep this right here. Oh yeah, we have a chance. We have... No, don't worry, Miss Spooky Sue. You ask me everything you want. I really don't care about the game. To be honest. You know, we win, we lose, it doesn't matter. All it is, all I care about is having a good time and having fun. You know, that's the only thing that matters to me. So, I gotta find this last Miss Stealth Lord Neo. And I think the only way I'm gonna do that is if I go stealthy. Because I need to go back to this door. See if she's working on it. Yep, she's working on it. Yep, see, that's all I need. I needed to buy a little bit of time to find out where she was. She's running this way. Okay, there we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Run, run, run. She runs this way. Alright, now she's got to look for the hatch. I am hot on her tail. Oh, I missed. Stealth Lord Neo. Alrighty, and we got her. Alrighty, Miss Spooky Sue. Yeah, okay. That was fun. All I need to do was buy a little bit of time. That reminds me, have you seen this new Scream movie? I don't know if you've seen the new Scream movie. But if you've seen the new Scream movie, there's some good parts, and there's some parts that make me totally cringe. But the good parts are totally worth watching, to watch for the good parts, and then the cringy parts, ugh. There we go. That's hilarious. So, parts of the Scream movie, as I said, was good. Other parts, super cringy. At times, I'm legitimately wondering what anybody thought about when they were say that's a good idea and let's release the script. So here's a new scene, Miss Spooky. Uh-huh. I'm trying to mix up the variation with the camera angles. This stupid light is messing up my shot, but you know, it's what I'm trying to go around. You know, it's something right now. This is thematic, is what I'm trying to call it. Thematic is what I'm trying to use. And then in this corner is the merch that I've been working on to develop for the web series. So this is the duffel bag. I don't want you to buy it. I just want feedback. I just want to know, like, do you think it looks good? Does it look like something that, like, you might buy for a friend? You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of feedback that I'm looking for, to be honest. So yeah, Dead by Diorama's duffel bag. And then I worked on merch to come up with a Dead by Diorama's mouse pad as well. Thank you. That's just one angle. The other side, let me 1 second. Let me try to let me see if I can pick up some additional photos. No, maybe not. No, I don't think so. Oh my God, there's a lot of people. I'm talking to them on Twitter. Or notifications, whatever. I am trying to, let's see. Let me add an image. I'll go with pictures screenshot. Back to? No. Yes, back to, yes. So this is angle number 2. This is the other side of the bag. You know, so one side has the logo in the middle. The other side has the logo on the edges. And then this is the one that goes underneath. This goes underneath the bag, so it's one big logo on the bottom of the bag. Yes. And then the last one. And this one is supposed to. This was supposed to be like on the inside, kinda on one of the. Yeah. I like the color scheme as well. That's why I thought like it really looked, really looked clean, because it made the logo pop, because the logo is primarily black, and then the bag is primarily white with like black straps, like these black straps. So the black straps match the logo, and then as I was saying, what you call it? This picture, it's a bad picture to be honest, but this one is supposed to represent like an inner flap. So the logo is supposed to go on one part of the inside as well. So I was working on that, and hopefully, as I said, look good. Thank you for the feedback, to be honest with you, Miss Spooky Sue. Really appreciate it. Like, I liked it. I showed it to my wife. She liked it. I showed it to people on Twitter. They gave me positive feedback. So I'm just trying to like reinforce that feedback to a point where like I don't doubt myself, because I'm liable to doubt myself when I'm unsure of something, even when I have a relatively decent idea of like I think it's a good idea, and I go, yeah, that's what we should do. But then for whatever reason, I second guess myself, and I'm notorious with that. So this was one scene, and then it's supposed to be like the diorama scene. So normally, the camera won't be on me. So normally I would bring the camera here. You know what I mean? And the camera would this would be the scene for the camera, or for the show, or the skit. And then, I'll bring. Hold on one second. Let me go get the other models so I can show you them real quick. So yeah, basically, what I do is I set up the scene right here, and then wait one second. One more thing I forgot. I forgot my dangerous bullet. I don't like to play with this because, as I said, this is a fucking hazard, and like I feel like I'm gonna lose an eye whenever I use this shit. This is a magnet, but like a really fucking strong magnet that like fucking snaps to fucking anything that's metal or another magnet. So the concept behind it is I use the magnet to move the models around, because what I did was I put magnets on the bottom, okay? And then whenever I would talk with the character, or the character would do something, I would symbolize that character talking by moving it like this. You know what I mean? And then if, let's say, Ash was talking, I would bring Ash and move him around and say, oh, Ash says this, and then if Claire was saying, and then I would do that, and then, like, as I said, when you transition from scenes, so I would say they will move down the hallway, or they will be walking down the hallway, so it would represent walking like that. You know what I mean? So I was trying to do my version of stop motion animation, because stop motion animation takes, to be honest with you, way too fucking long. So I was trying to do some, like, I want to say shortcuts, in a sense, where instead of like taking pictures of the scene, and then I would have to take a picture, move the character, take a picture, move the character, take a picture, move the character. You know what I mean? Instead of doing that, I would just apply the magnet and use the magnet to represent the movement. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a decent like hack to, that way I don't have to sit there and try to move it and take pictures. The reason I was doing it with the magnet, was because I can videotape it at the same time and then move it around at the same time. You know what I mean? So the idea was, with Dead by Dioramas, is that I would reenact the scene, and then let me pull it up real quick, because I closed it out once we were done with the scene. I closed the script. So what I would do is, I had the script right here. That's on my screen, and then I was allowing, the viewers to read along the script. You know what I mean? So, like I would read the script, and then as I was talking, they could read the script with me. You know what I mean? So that was one idea. That way, people knew what was coming up as far as like what it was I was trying to do, especially if I was like mumbling or fumbling in between, like scrolling in between the script, because I don't have the entire script memorized, so I have to like scroll through the script to make sure I go through the script properly. You know what I mean? So that's what I was trying to do with this scene, and then that's the whenever we're playing, and then when I want to talk to you, and when I want to talk to the audience, I talk to the viewers, that way now I'm center screen and I'm center of attention. You know what I mean? And it gives you obviously a different perspective of the conversation. And what I figured, what I was doing when I was doing my research because I was trying to, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to accomplish is improving production quality. Because, in my opinion, one of the reasons people don't stick around is because of low production quality. So, because I try to assess no. I'm doing the skit at the beginning of the stream for 15 minutes. When I launch the stream for 15 minutes, I read the skit and I go through the scene. And I'm doing that right now because what I'm trying to do is go through the whole script, because there's 4 scenes. What I'm trying to do is film each scene bit by bit and improve, because what I'm doing is I'm going back into the old stream that I did. I watch it, I see things that I didn't like and areas that I want to improve. I take note, and then it's, to be honest with you, to do that in between games, it's very difficult, because literally I have to, like, you know what I mean? I have to set up and I have to move everything around, and I don't mind, you know what I mean? But like setting up, you know what I mean, and moving everything around in order to do the scene correctly, you know what I mean? Because I would like to do it correctly, obviously. So that way it cleans up the mouse, all that stuff, because I need the table, you know what I mean? And then, after obviously I shoot the scene, I just put the stuff away, and then I leave one out, because what I'm doing is, it's because, I don't know if I told you before, I did hip hop music as a teenager, so we released an album, me and my friends, so yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. That's actually one of the tips that I found, that you could pre-record scenes. Mind you, I shot my first scene of Dead by Diorama 2 nights ago, so I'm still improving on the production side as far as workflow is concerned, to figure out how I'm going to create the scene and then stream. You understand what I'm saying? So, ideally, what you just said is actually a fantastic idea, because the idea that I had, or the suggestion that I had earlier, from one of the people that I found the streaming and stuff like that, what he does is he pre-records all of his advertisements in his stream. So, what you call it? I have a stream deck. This is a stream deck. This is how I change scenes. Because in Streamlabs, you would have to click the button in Streamlabs. But with a stream deck, program hotkeys, you're able to switch scenes. So with the stream deck, I'm able to jump from different scenes a lot easier. Now, with the stream deck, you're able, for example, like right now, I just started playing some music because I set a hotkey for the song file, for the audio file that I wanted to play. You know what I mean? So, what you can do, yes, that's exactly what's going on. So, with Stream Deck, right here, I toggle this for the audio. I mean, and then these are different buttons for the different scenes. You know what I mean? And then, okay, for example, where's another thing? Let me go to the game real quick. And then let's say I want to zoom in. No, it's not working. No. So I want to hotkey a video. I want to make a video and then hotkey it to one of the buttons. So that way, however, I want to get the scene done perfectly before I create that video as a permanent video that I want to promote. If you get what I'm saying. Because right now, to be honest with you, I still believe that I'm still too rough with the filming and the production. So that's why I'm going back into the video, making my notes and saying, okay, making my notations with regards to where I can improve and what do I like. You know what I mean? So, right now, right now I want to make the scene perfect, and then after I make the scene, I make a hotkey video for it, and then after I do scene 1, I do scene 2, and then after I do scene 2, 3, and then 4. You know what I mean? Ideally, that's what I would like to do, and you're absolutely right that I can hotkey a button for these videos, just like the way I set up the scenes. So you're right with that. I'm just not there yet. I want to get there. Like I said, I'm not there yet. So what I was doing is what I was trying to say was with the models, we're doing promotion until launch. So any one of my followers, that's the only requirement, is that I gotta be a follower. That you have to hit exclamation mark 8 enter, and you entered into the raffle to win one of the models. You know what I mean? And then we're trying to give away models to promote the web series, Dead by Dioramas, and let people know that there's going to be a web series coming out in a couple months. Oh yeah, certainly you can add effects. Right now, that is way above my pay grade. I am not good at that, but I've already made notes for that as far as yeah, I want to get there, but yeah, I'm not there yet. Um, like the best I can do right now, like I have one more trick up my sleeve, but like it's not even like that amazing to be honest with you. It's like kind of cool, if you even want to call it kind of cool. Okay, and then we gotta go. Gotta add display capture. Screen capture. No, that's not working. Yeah, I'm trying to start a web series. Exactly. What I would like to do, ideally, this is the pilot episode, and what I'm trying to do is make a fucking bang up pilot episode, like fucking knock it out the park, so that way I have a strong enough video to take to Kickstarter, because I have um, three different types of iterations that I can see the project going. The first iteration is um, very similar to this, which is stop motion animation. Uh, and then the second one is to be like a web series comic. So like the scenes are to be drawn out, and then like I'll narrate it. So that's the second iteration. And then the third iteration is to do like a 3D modeling environment. So I would use footage, or I would use gameplay footage from Dead by Daylight in order to represent the concept and the idea of creating a 3D show, like Toy Story or something like that. You know, the stop animation is like Lego, like the Lego movie. The 3D models will be closer to like Toy Story, and then the comic the web comic series will be right now off the top of my head I don't have any references, but maybe I could find one. Well, web comics, yeah. One second. Let me try to fix this thing, because right now. Okay. Well, it'll suffice for right now. It's not exactly what I'm trying to do, but it'll suffice. So, one little neat trick that I figured. So you see how like this text is super illegible? If I zoom in, I think that works for you as well. But I'm not 100% sure. So if you could tell me if that worked for you, that'd be awesome. But I don't really know if it works right now. I'm still trying to figure that one out. And I will do my posture check. Thank you for that. Okay. No. I have a feeling it's the OBS. That's alright. Yes. Then I hired someone to use Blender. I can see it. Okay, yes, you can see the zoom. Awesome. I'm going to make the characters their own thing enough to avoid copyright vultures. You can get away with it as long as it's a pretty clear spoof, usually. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go the South Park route, where I can use their likeness, but as long as I like tweak it enough to make it my own character. So, speaking of which, here's another thing. I have been working on concept art for. I've been working on concept art for my VTuber. So, let me find that one for you. Desktop, okay. So yeah, here's the template for my VTuber. So it's the concept is to use Nemesis as the base model, and then animating takes a lot of patience, especially if you're doing the stop motion animation. So that's the difficult thing about it. 3D animation is a little bit easier because you could rig the 3D model and use VR to animate the model using handsets, the virtual handsets. So yeah, I was saying the Nemesis will be the base model, and instead of wearing the trench coat, since I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner, he will be wearing a jiu-jitsu gi, and then because I'm Puerto Rican, and because Nemesis doesn't have hair, I thought it was funny that he was going to wear a Puerto Rican wave cap and use that to represent the hair. And then eyes will be, can I even zoom in on that? Yes, let's try to zoom in on that. The eyes, marijuana leaves, because, you know, cannabis, along with the respirator, the bong, my heart-shaped bong. And then, out of the Nemesis' tentacles comes out my glass blunt. And then on my shoulder is my tribute to young Dolph, who was killed a couple months ago, who was murdered. And I want my character to be like a pirate. So instead of a parrot on my shoulder, I wanted a dolphin with King's Crown as my parrot. You know what I mean? And then because obviously we're communists, we have Che Guevara logo on our because we're communists, we have Che Guevara on our jiu-jitsu logo. Yeah. Thank you. Oh yes, Nemesis. What I would like to do later down the line with effects is that with the VTuber, like every time I inhale, it's like I'm taking in a puff of medicine, and then every time I exhale, you see all the smoke coming out of me. So it's like a constant level of like inhale, exhale, because the his heart, which is his respirator, so. So he has a respirator right here, which I want to replace with the heart. So I wanted to replace the respirator with a bong that's shaped as a heart. You know? Yeah. Honestly, I have I have actually a plan to actually make it a full series. I actually have a baseline template of how I can create a web series of daily videos. Obviously, it's going to take more than just me to make it, but what I would like to do is hire, a writer for the script, hire, animators. I want to hire a full production team to get the project done. Like I'm not fucking around with like trying to do the whole project by myself. Right now, I'm doing aspects of the project by myself in order to build it up, but I'm more than willing to outsource certain aspects of the project to move it along quicker. So, like for example, I did not, what you call it, I didn't make any of these models. I paid people, they made the models, and then once they made the models, all I did was print them on my 3D printer. Yes, a graphic novel. You see, that was the second iteration. I really thought a graphic novel could be the most cost-effective iteration of the three different types. To be honest, that's what I think. Mainly because I think the amount of time required to do stop motion animation will cost way more money than it's going to cost for me to hire an artist to draw up the scenes, and that's just my opinion. That's an opinion right now. I don't have solid evidence because I don't know what the actual going rate to do stop motion is. Yes. So, okay. So the template of the entire Dead by Diorama show is each killer represents a bill in Congress that fails or can't get passed or isn't going to get passed. So, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a super left-wing leftist. Everybody calls us crazy because I'm I'm a anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist, and a lot of my ideologies come from communism, and because I don't want to seem like I'm an illiterate prick. I try to do my work and read up on stuff and learn as best as I can. You know what I mean? So I know that the communism that my grandfather hates is not the communism that Marx was talking about. So I understand that. So, I have a hard time having discussions with Republicans, to be honest with you, because, to be frank, the Republicans that I talk to, they're all either cops or military, and I'm okay with that. However, when I call out the fact that, cops are corrupt and military are corrupt, they go, yeah, I know, but there's nothing I could do about it. And I go, that's really not the fucking answer that I'm looking for. So, it's very tough for me to engage in dialogue with right-wingers that are pro-law enforcement, pro-military, that are pro-law enforcement, pro-military, just because they're law enforcement and military. When I can give them evidence of, hey man, they're, let's just say they've broken some laws and they're not, perfect. Oh my God, it's so difficult sometimes. And then like I had to take a break from Twitter because I was doing like a massive political campaign a couple years ago, and that's why I was getting involved politically, and I wanted to run for office, and like a lot of shit went down. So I left Chicago after I lost, and I moved to a couple different states. So now I'm here in Florida, and let me tell you something. When I come from Chicago, and I lived in New York, and I lived in California, blue states. When I come down in Florida, and I see these hardcore Trumpers, I legitimately get scared because I have no idea how they're going to respond in certain scenarios. And it legitimately gets me scared because, you know, to be honest with you, I was assaulted by a Trumper. You know, I mean, that's why I got my fucked up hand. I mean, my fucked up hand. I mean, I can't straighten it out. Yes, rhetoric is incredibly important. Oh my god. Thank you, Spooky Soul. Thank you for feeling what I feel inside. I want to just hug you right now. Speaking of which, I need my water, touch my toes, and my posture check. I know somebody did it. Just 1 second. But yes, I want to freaking hug you because, yeah, man, I fucking, I mean, like, it's alright. Like, to be honest with you, he got more fucked up than me because, you know, I'm a trained fighter. So, like, he didn't attack me with a weapon, so I was able to kick his ass and he broke his hand. So, I'm not trying to say that to, like, seem like a tough guy or whatever. It's just that, like, it was so fucked up. And, like, because of that incident, like, I literally fucking changed the way I interact with people. Because I have kids and I'm like, what if the motherfucker had a knife on him and, like, shit would have went super sideways? You know what I mean? Because I've been in those situations where, you know, I got fucking bullet holes and fucking stab wounds. You know what I mean? So, like, you got fucked up too. You shouldn't have to live in a world where people expect you just to do the thing. Yeah, I mean, you know, I totally agree. You know what I mean? But we live in a world where doing the right thing isn't important to people. And unfortunately, that's the truth. And I don't want to say that out loud, but it's the truth in our society specifically. Um, uh, yeah. No, don't worry, Spooky Sue. I kind of got what you were saying. You know what I mean? But like, I'm just saying, like, specifically, like, America and the United States, we've gotten to a point where doing the right thing is no longer important, in my opinion. Because why? Because for whatever legal ramifications, whatever, I don't really know how to explain it, but I wanna associate it with, like, the Good Samaritan law, because it's like people don't want to do good things because maybe something bad might happen to them, in the speculation that something bad might happen to them. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that giving up on common decency shit is real, and like I said, I'm fucking terrified down here in Florida. I don't know if you heard about it. This happened last year, but it happened down here in Florida. Um, so, like, okay, let me preface the story with another story. Like, I forgot, maybe 3-4 years ago, the Orlando nightclub, it was a gay nightclub, got shot up down here in Orlando. You know what I mean? I remember that story. My cousin, who's gay, lost some friends in that shooting. You know what I mean? When the nightclub got shot up, because there was like 20 people that got killed or some shit. I forgot the exact number. So That was like maybe 3, 4 years ago. Now last year, the gay community down here, they were trying to do like a remembrance of the people that got killed in Orlando. You understand? So yeah, the Pulse shooting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Spooky Sue. Down here in Florida, these Trumpers take it to another fucking level. I swear to God. I swear to God, they take it to another fucking level. They go fuck Biden. They, they are actively trying to intimidate, people of the other team. You know what I mean? Which is fucking like, to be honest with you, scary. You know what I mean? That shit is fucking scary. So, anyways, so like I was saying, like last year, the gay community was trying to do a parade to honor the victims of the Paul shooting. So my cousin was in that parade. He came to visit, and he was in that parade. The parade got shut down because somebody drove a pickup truck into the crowd. You know what I mean? And then killed somebody. You know what I mean? And then, I don't hear from my cousin like, until like 8 hours later. It's just, I got really discouraged when they told me that. So, I shut down on Twitter for a long time. And I had to reevaluate what I wanted to do moving forward. Because, I got my ass kicked as far as, not getting elected. And then, obviously I can help in other areas, but I feel like what I was doing when I was doing my research was one of the problems that Democrats are running into is that not enough people are running for office. And the reason why not enough people are running for office is because I'm running into the same problem time and time again when I talk to people, is that a lot of people don't want to get involved in politics because people say, oh, I don't want to get involved in politics. Yeah, I know, Miss Fukisu, you know what I mean? Like, when they say they don't want to get involved in politics, so people say, I don't want to take sides, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. I forgot who said the quote, you know what I mean? But, like, there's one quote that stands, yeah, I did run for office, yes. Yeah, I did. What the fuck was I just saying? Man. I smoke too much weed. But I can't blame it on the weed because I'm sober right now. What the fuck was I just saying? Oh, so, yeah, people don't want to get involved. And I run into people who say they don't want to talk about politics. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't even want to try. Yeah, I admit that. And just because I lost doesn't mean I'm going to quit and give up. It just means that it was a setback at that time, and it allows me to reevaluate and reassess and reorganize and re-strategize my plan moving forward. So, yeah, I keep on running into people online saying like they don't want to talk about, politics. But as I was saying, oh yeah. There's one quote that I found, and as I said, I forgot who said it, but silence doesn't help the victim. It only aids the oppressor, or something along those lines. But it goes along those gist where if you don't say anything, you're actually helping the oppressor, not the oppressed. So when you say I don't want to get involved in politics, you're actually taking a side of the people who are in charge. You know, by default, by I want to say by proximity. You're not taking their stand 100% because you're not taking that full right wing white supremacy. I hate all minority stands. Yeah. However, you're also not denouncing the white supremacy that they're spewing and that hateful rhetoric that is destructive. So by being silent, you're also being you're being an accomplice. At least that's my train of thought, and that's the way I view things. It's like, for example, the same scenario were to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you, that the George Floyd shit, like, when I see that video, it fucking breaks my heart because, like, there's 3, 4 cops there. One cop got his fucking, knee on his neck. He's saying he can't breathe. There's like 5 people watching, and I'm like, there's nobody. I mean, I get it. You're scared to get involved, but like, there's nobody to fucking stop the cop from actually killing him, which is like the most fucked up shit in the world. Like, you have fucking 10 people there, and none of them do anything to fucking actually stop the guy from actually fucking getting killed, which is like fucking heartbreaking to me. You know what I mean? Like, on so many levels. Because like, it's like I know this is an extreme example, but like, this is what goes through my head because I've been through so much fucked up shit. So now I have to obviously think the worst now. So I refuse to put any. I basically refuse to put anything of my kids related to social media because I've seen all this fucked up shit that I've seen. I've seen all the fucked up shit done on social media, and I don't want to give people the fucking opportunity to even fucking like look at my kids because because of the internet. I have a feeling like fucking predation is way easier because of the internet. So like, my greatest fucking fear is like something happening to my kids, people being around, and fucking yeah, yes, Boogie Sue, I totally agree. So my greatest fear is like um, something happening to my kids, people being around and not helping, and then like that would like literally push me off the deep end. I'm not gonna lie to you, Miss Wiggy Sue. I will go off the fucking deep end for my kid, and I won't be very kind to the person that hurts my children. You know, I am like I said, I've been through a lot of fucked up shit. So like, I barely trust my parents with my kids. So that should give you an indication that like how distrustful I am of others with my kids. Like, for example, I don't want to like whatever make me out to be like I'm the like police or fucking or like the judgment police, but like my wife doesn't have the same level of paranoia that I have, but she has some level of paranoia. So, for example, my kid goes to school. Oh shit. Oh yeah, there's way too many creeper weirdos. Yes, I totally fucking agree. Shout out for fucking Miss Spooky Sue. Um, so my daughter goes to school. I could, I could only imagine social media is probably 10 times worse for women than it is for guys. You know what I mean? Like, just to be frank. Um, so yeah, I was saying my daughter goes to school. My wife put her in a school with webcams, so that way we can always keep an eye on her, which I love, because I have a friend that is a child daycare person, and she told me all the fucked up shit that happens in oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Miss Spooky Sue. Miss Spooky Sue. Oh my goodness. So, here's my water. Thank you for that. And my pasta check. Thank you for that. So, my daughter has webcams in their school so we can keep an eye on them. However, the webcams don't have audio, so I don't know what the teacher says to my kids. Come to find out, you know, later down the line, because my kid is repeating the, you know, phrases that the teacher says, I don't like the phrases that the teacher is using around my kid. So, like, I'm literally so fucked up in the head where I'm like, do I even want to be so micromanaging where, like, I have to micromanage, like, the people she even interacts with, because I'm so fucking, like worried that, like, somebody's gonna tell her something, like, fucked up, and it's gonna fuck up her head. I don't think I can control everything. I can control a lot. I can't control everything. You know, I can't control what she learns at school from her friends. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when I was in first grade, I learned every fucking curse word in the book, even though my family didn't do curse words. Went to church every fucking no. We didn't go to church every Sunday. We went to church fucking 3 times a week. Okay. No, my kids are still too young. So, like, for example, my wife wanted to put my kid into school a couple years earlier. I refused because she couldn't talk. So I told her, I was like, I am not allowing anyone to watch my kid when she can't talk, because my greatest fear is that somebody does something to her and she can't tell me that something was done to her. You understand what I'm saying? One of the smartest things my parents did with me is to tell me that they trusted me, and they taught me to be cautious without instilling fear about the world. That's hard when they're under a certain age. Yes, I plan on I plan on teaching my daughter, like, responsible things when it comes of age. Right now, I still think she's still learning, so I still think, you know, there's other things that we can work on. So, like, as I was saying, like, my greatest fear was like, if I would give my daughter to somebody, something to happen to her, and she can't tell me something happened to her. You know what I mean? So my requirement, and, you know, I told my wife, my only requirement before I started letting her go to school was I need her to talk. Um, and once I feel like she can talk and express herself in a relatively competent manner, she doesn't need to talk perfectly, but she needs to be able to tell me, hey, this person hit me, or hey, this person touched me here, or hey, blah, blah, blah. I need to be able to understand what she's saying, and once I feel that she's reached that level of maturity, I can send her to school, and be okay with sending her to school. And that's what I did, and that's how I played it out. I was like, I think she's old enough to tell me if somebody hit her or something bad happened, which is what I want. And you know what I mean? Because, like, like, for example, even though the school has webcams, they don't have webcams in the bathroom. So I don't know if, I mean, obviously the teachers say they don't go in the bathroom with the kids, but I don't know if they don't go in the bathroom with the kids. And obviously, I'm going to tell my daughter to make sure nobody goes in the bathroom with her while she's in the bathroom. But I can't control that situation. You know what I mean? So, like, fucking, my heart is like, you know, with that type of shit is like, oh my god. I like try to put a cage because I know I don't want to make her sheltered because I know kids that are sheltered and like, you know, don't know fucking anything by the age of 12. I don't want that shit. But I also like don't want her to be unprepared for the dangerous shit that is out there in the world. So like that's my train of thought, and that's for my kids. You know what I mean? My other my little girl, you know, she right now she's big enough to go to school, but my other one, my little boy, he's not. So what you call it? Right now, you know, my little boy, you know, I apply. I'm going to apply basically the same rules on him that I did with my daughter, which is like I'm not gonna feel comfortable like letting him go to school, especially with people that I don't know, prior to him being able to speak. Yes. I try to do that with my daughter. I think because I'm not gonna lie, I think because of I still have remnants of toxic masculinity. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's because a my culturally Hispanics don't, you know, approve of the homosexuality, which is how I was brought up. B, I grew up in fighting, so the fighting scene and the fighting community is super toxic masculinity because it's all predicated off of dominance. So like, you know, guys want to exercise dominance over other guys. That's why we fight. It's just fucking how it works. It's fucking stupid, I know, but it's fucking how it works. I don't know how to explain it. It's just is. And then I mean, that's what I try to do. All I try to do is like honestly improve myself and try to be the best person I can be. Like, you know, I can't like yes, I could try to inspire others. Like I love inspiring others. But like I have to also work on myself to make me the best person I can be in conjunction of inspiring others. So like so the final thing was, and then so the last thing that like I want to say molded my character into the person I am today was the fact that like I was homeless at the age of 17. Oh man, let me tell you something. My little girl has my wife's personality, but my little girl has my tenacity. She is a fighter like me. I don't know about a book yet. Like that's, you know, that's way down the line. That's way like I want to focus on Dead by Dioramas at least for right now, Let's focus on that, and maybe a book about me comes down later on the line. However, I am writing 3 PDF ebooks. So, PDF ebook number 1, how to host a game show. Okay? Because I feel like small streamers need to figure out ways to bring in. What's up? I'm terrible with names. Tang Labira. Tang, I'm gonna call you Tangy because you are so tangy. We are talking. We are everywhere tonight. We are just hanging out, enjoying each other. Thank you, Miss Spooky Sue, for taking me all the way into left field. I really enjoy it. And Miss Tang, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate you. Tanga Tanga, yes. I really appreciate you coming out and supporting the stream. 100%, I'm totally into that. We're talking about Dead by Dioramas, which is the web series that I'm working on. So these are the models that I'm using for the web series. So I'm trying to create the web series in attempt to promote my political career. Okay? That's actually. Oh yeah. We needed to get models into the thing because the models represent where we're going. You know? The models represent where we're going, where we want to be. You know? See? I got it. Don't tell her, Spooky. Don't tell her. But I got a little magic trick for you. I'm moving them. Oh, they're moving. They're moving. You know? Hold on. Oh, I can't do it. I'm trying desperately, but it's not working. What I was trying to do was turn her to say Claire was looking at you. But I have a magnet that I put underneath to help with the movement, to represent movement in the scene. You dig? You know what I'm saying? So, Dead by Dioramas, Comrades by Daylight, is a political web series that I want to do to help promote my political aspirations. You understand? Because I want to give a show to people to teach them about communism in a very SNL style. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Here are the models. My camera sucks, so I know it's tough to see everything. So, hold on. I got you, Tang. I got you. 1 second. I got you. I got you, player. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So, this might be a little bit better to see. You know what I mean? So these are the models. I got you, homie. I got you. Don't worry. We're in this together. You know what I mean? So, these are the models that represent the scene. And then, obviously, hold on. Where's my hand? Right here. This is the script of the scene that I shot earlier today. At the beginning of the script. Oh, thank you, Tag. Thank you. So this is the script that I wrote for Dead by Dioramas. You know what I mean? So I would read the script along with moving the characters. So, hold on. Let me get to my other area right here. So I would go, let's say we go down the script, you know, And see, this is Rapacity's line, so that's my line. So I would go like this and be like, Rapacity says this, blah 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 blah. Chuck says this. Chuck responds with, "We shouldn't have to wait for them. Let's go." You know what I mean? And Nemesis, you know what I mean? You move around. So I wanted to represent whenever the character was speaking, we just do some simple movement like this in the scene to show that there's talking. You know what I mean? So that's what what you call it? That's what I was trying to do with the models. You know what I mean? So, oh man, Spooky Suit. Miss Spooky Suit, I'm totally, you know, I went from left field with you, and now I'm all the way in right field with Tang. You know what I mean? So let me try to get to center field and like meet both y'all halfway, and you know, we do. I go this way, you go that way. I'm bad at this right now. I gotta get better. But I go this way, you go that way. Okay? So let me go back to where I was at. So yeah, Dead by Dioramas, web series, trying to promote my political aspirations by teaching people communism through the lens of Dead by Daylight and Dungeons and Dragons and yes, that's the Roger Rabbit, exactly. So the Dead by Dioramas mixes Dead by Daylight, Dungeons and Dragons, and politics all in one, with a Saturday Night Live style flavor. Okay, so right now, the script that I have, this one, right here, this script right here, it's complete, but I don't 100% like it. So I need to do some revisions to clean it up, to suit it to more the I want to say atmosphere that I'm trying to convey. You know what I mean? I wanted to convey more, slightly more like upbeat, jokey style, instead of right now it's very, I want to say, more snarky with their responses in the way the characters interact with each other. You know what I mean? So, where were we? Let's go back to the other one. Okay? Now, Miss Spooky Suit. We were talking about a book. Oh, the 3 PDFs. So right now I have 3 PDFs that I'm working on. So the first PDF is how to host a game show. So I believe streamers need to learn how to host game shows in order to A, engage their audience, and B, bring in new audience. That's the whole purpose of a game show. You understand? So what is the purpose? How do we execute the game show? Okay? For me, this is my specific example. Okay? I play one game of where am I? One game of Dead by Daylight. Okay? We play one full game. At the end screen, I'm able to talk to them, to talk to the people that I was playing with, and tell them, hey, if you come check out my stream, you could win something for free. So I give them an ad in the game. I give them an ad in the game, which brings them, aka drives traffic, to here, my stream. Okay? So, as soon as they come here to my stream, they they make the buying decision of whether or not they want to enter the raffle. Okay? I'm trying to explain the whole process. Okay? Let's say this is the model that they win. Yes, yes. Actually, we're live streaming to YouTube right now. We're live streaming right now, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. All thankful to Streamlabs. So Streamlabs, you're kicking ass and allowing me to do to post on multiple platforms at the same time. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Producer. So right now, what I'm trying to so what I was saying was the winner of the raffle gets the model. We tell them, hey, we message them via Twitch via Twitch, because it's usually Twitch, because the requirement to the raffle is you have to be a follower. So then after the person wins the raffle, we message them on Twitch. We say, hey, you won the raffle. If you can send us email and address so we can send out the your prize, be greatly appreciated. They send you the email and the address, you pack, you ship, and you send the tracking number to the person who won. And you're done. And then, okay, hold on. I'm not done yet. So, when you pack, your model, I don't know if I have it, but I'm gonna look. Pictures, screenshots, let's go. Normally I keep that on the screen. Right now I'm not, because I'm still working with the layouts of each scene. 1 second as I continue to look for the other image. But essentially, if I can't find it, I'm just going to tell you, when you send out your package to the person who won to the person who won the raffle. No, that's not it either. So I can't find it right now, but I'll have to look for it later. But I print out all my socials. I tell them thank you for entering the raffle. I put the message into the box with the models to send out with the models, and I tell them, hey, we would appreciate if you take a picture with the model when you receive it and just tag us, to let us know that, tag. The way I phrased it was tag us with the place that you left your model. You know what I mean? So you do your promo as well with the paper that you send. So, for example, my specific scenario was I gave them my socials. I told them, hey, tag us in socials with the picture of the model. And also, I want to let you know that the web series for the model is coming out on YouTube in a couple months. So don't forget to subscribe to YouTube when we drop it. So you're reminding people to subscribe to the content that you're putting out there. So my whole game plan is not actually to like build a stream, you know what I mean, in the traditional sense, where like I'm building a stream to like, you know, we talk or we play video games or whatever the case may be. What I'm actually trying to do is create a sales funnel of utilizing the stream. So, for example, later down the line, what I want to do is, right now I'm offering the models as promotion for the web series. Once the web series is up and we technically don't need to promote the web series anymore, what I could do is I can sell and raffle off the PDFs. So the idea that I have, like I said, I had three different PDFs. The first one was host the game show. The second one was how to edit videos and to make videos on YouTube, because I think any content creator wants to learn how to make videos. And then the third one was how to start a 3D printing business, because I 3D print and I understand business, and if I want to take my 3D printing business to another level, I know the direction that I want to go. But I don't necessarily want to take the 3D printing business in the direction that like is the most financially, you know, sustainable. I am utilizing the 3D printing to accomplish my goal, which is my political aspirations. Because, you know, yeah, I can like just sell 3D prints and like make money and like make a living and be okay with that, but like I personally have never been just happy with like go to work and make a living. So like for me it's always been like I have a strong like purpose within me. Like it's always been like, why are we doing what we're doing? Like there's always a purpose for what we're doing. Like for example, I do a lot of combat training. You know what I mean? So what is the purpose of my combat training? My purpose of my combat training is to yeah, that's what public serving is. Yes, you're absolutely right, Spooky Sue. That's exactly my viewpoint. However, other people don't have the same viewpoint I have. You understand what I'm saying? So, what was I just saying? Shit, I just lost the train of thought. Purpose. So, like for example, me, I train combat sports. What is the purpose for me training combat sports? Me training in combat sports allows me to stay in physical good shape. You know what I mean? It gives me the exercise that I'm looking for. It gives me the discipline that I'm looking for, required in consistency. You know what I mean? And then C, it gives me the level of confidence that I need should, I want to say, bad scenarios happen again. Let's just leave it at that, because, you know, folks are crazy, and like I said, you know, shit can go sideways really fucking quick. So, you know, my reason of training is like, I need to be ready if shit goes sideways quick, fucking fast. So, like, you know, one of the reasons why I train is because it's like, I've been jumped by 10 guys before, okay? Like, so I know what it's like to be attacked by multiple people. So, when you are attacked by multiple people, you have to be trained for that. You know what I mean? Like you can't go into that situation like totally unprepared. I mean, granted, when I was attacked by multiple people, I was unprepared for that specific situation. However, due to my combat training, I was slightly prepared to fight people that didn't have combat training, if you get what I'm saying. So my combat training has been specifically inspired from my assault, where I was like, man, fuck these people. Like, if I get jumped again, I gotta make sure that like I don't get fucking tired and shit like that, where they could fucking kill me. You know what I mean? Because like, literally, like in a fight, like you die when you get tired. Like that's how most people lose. Most people lose fights because they're tired. You know what I mean? So like I know this from personal experience. I was in wrestling in high school, so I wrestled in high school. I got to top 8 in state in my junior year, and the reason I lost, and I had an opportunity to possibly even win the state championship in wrestling, but the reason I lost was because I got tired. Against my opponent, when I was beating my opponent, I was beating my opponent. The score was like 14-2, something like that. But I was so gassed out from beating them that when I tried to go for the takedown, to like go for the win, my muscles were so fatigued that when I picked him up, all he had to do was throw his weight on top of me, and he threw his weight on top of me and picked me, and I lost. So, like, I know firsthand of losing because you're tired. Thank you for the water check. I most appreciate that. I am rambling and I need to quench my thirst. And thank you for the posture check. So, when I got assaulted, that's when I made a personal commitment to start getting back into the gym and start training again, because I hadn't trained in probably like, I want to say maybe 10, 15 years. Like train, like when I say train, I am specifically talking about training like a madman, where when I train combat training, I train probably 2, 3, 4 times a day. So like my coaches know, like I'm showing up to morning practice, I'm showing up to evening practice, I'm showing up to bonus practice, I'm showing up to extra practice, because like I'm training like a psychopath, because I know I have to fight a psychopath if I get into this encounter. So I have to be ultra prepared. You know what I mean? So like that's why I train the way I train. You know what I mean? And my coaches love it, because like the coaches in fight gyms love certain types of character, and I'm one of those characters, because I show up every fucking day, I don't complain, and I work hard every fucking day. Like those 3 principles, like go a fucking long way in a fight gym, because because mainly in a fight gym, like people are not used to adversity, so the adversity people encounter inside of a fight gym is very tangible, because people lose morale very quickly when they lose a fight. You know what I mean? So if you don't have the mental preparation to lose in a fight, you can get quickly discouraged, if you understand what I mean by that. So like, for example, me, I have 4 years wrestling experience prior entering a fight gym. So I have combat training entering a fight gym. So when I go against people who are entering the fight gym for the first time ever in their life, they don't necessarily have the training regimen that I have. Because, for example, I'm training 3-4 times a day, and they might only be training 2-3 times a week. You know what I mean? So like, I'm training to not only get into like peak physical performance, but like I'm training to a point where I can fight professional fighters competitively, if you understand what that means. So like when I talk to my coaches, they know they're going to get my 100% effort, so they can bring in professional fighters to train with me to give them more of a challenge. Because like the newer, let's just say like newer fighters, they won't pose that much of a challenge to the more experienced fighters. And mind you, when I say more experienced fighters, I'm talking about people that have like 10-15 years experience in combat training. So like they have like 10-15 more years combat training more than me. So like, you know, they kick my ass on a regular basis. Like regular basis. Like they kick my ass so fast and so hard. Like I know when I get into a fight with them that I know I'm already going to lose. So my game plan whenever I fight those like more experienced fighters are literally like, I lasted 1 minute last time. My new goal is to last 1 minute 10 seconds. Like that's literally my goal. My goal is just to last a little bit longer against these more experienced seasoned fighters. You know, because I already know I have no actual chance to beat them. You know, but that's just a little bit of insight into combat training. You know, I enjoy combat training. You know, I believe, like I said, it does good for my physical health, goes good for my mental health because it's discipline. You know what I mean? Like, it does good for me as me, a person. Oh yeah, so I forgot to tell you, my final, you know, or maybe I did, but my final worldview that like shaped the way I believe was, you know, when I was 17, 18, I was, you know, living on my own, homeless. So then, you know, while I was homeless, living in Chicago, I had problems with the local street gangs. So, because I had problems with the local street gangs, I got into a lot of fights. You know what I mean? So, you gotta understand, like, at this point and stage in my life, it's like, I don't want to fuck around no more because I've been through so much shit where it's like all I care about is providing like a better life for my kids. Like that's the only thing I care about. I mean, like the only thing that's significant to me is providing an environment for my children that I wasn't raised on. I mean, and it's tough, and I'm going to be the first one to sit there and tell you that it's tough doing this because you know of my fucking PTSD, my depression, my anxiety, my like all my fucking mental disorders. You know what I mean? You know, so like it's tough. It's fucking tough, and I'm not gonna lie. But you know, we take it one day at a time. We try one day at a time. We try to improve, or we try to just work hard and just get better. You know, that's the goal. Just try to get better every fucking day. You know? So, yeah. Dead by Dioramas. We're trying to do some positive communist memes to shed some positivity on communism. one of my slogans wants to be, I think one of my slogans, I wanted to be like, this isn't the communism your grandfather knows, or your, this isn't the communism your grandparents know, or something like that. You know, I have to work on it. I have to work on the slogan. But I like my Dead by Diorama slogan. Dead by Dioramas, the only game show where you get killed and still come out a winner. I like that slogan. So yeah. Once again, thank you Tank for coming out. Miss Spooky Sue, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You have to design and appeal to what people relate to. Yes. That's part of the niche. So the niche is creating something that is relatable. You know what I mean? You don't want to create something too far niche that's unrelatable. Chicken in every pot. After the Great Depression, that's how we got the work programs, etc. Yeah. Miss Spooky Sue, there's so much like history and politics and stuff that like I wanna get so excited to talk to you about. Like, you have no idea. Like, I get all wild and wound up when I talk about this stuff. You have no idea. Like, honestly, if you see my face, I'm like a 7-year-old kid when I talk about this shit. I fucking love it. I fucking love talking about this shit. But I love talking about it in a healthy, constructive way, which is what I'm trying to figure out on a more broad area. You understand? Because, like, for example, down here in Florida, I'm going to be running into these super far right wingers. So I need to control the rhetoric that they spew and the nonsense they spew, and we need to combat their rhetoric with Medicare for all, $25 minimum wage. You know, the shit that they actually fucking care about that the Republicans don't actually fucking talk about. You know, we can't talk about the racism shit. I'm very conscious of like the racism shit. You know what I mean? But like, I feel like some people when they hear about the racism talk, they just turn it off and try to tune it out. So like, yes, I completely agree with that, Miss Boogies. Shaming people into your belief doesn't really isn't going to really help in the long end. However, no worries. Take your time, Miss Boogies. Please take your time. Please take your time. Like, honestly, please take your time. Like, you know, I don't want you to hurt yourself. Like, my hand gets cramped up all the time. So I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So like, take your time. Don't even worry about the typos, because 9 times out of 10, when I read it, I could try to figure it out. You know what I mean? If I can't figure it out, I'll just ask you. You know, it's that simple. You know, don't even stress about it. Don't even fret. You know, but you're absolutely right. Like with like trying to shame people, you're right. Like, it's not a good idea to shame people. However, and I'm not trying to justify shaming. I'm trying to figure out how to address in a constructive way, like, for example, white supremacy, bigotry against, for example, the gay community, bigotry against the Muslim community. You know what I mean? Like, these are ideas and ideologies, or ideas and concepts that, like, I want to flesh out a little bit more in order to figure out how to engage with the people who support these beliefs. Now, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, to be honest with you, you sit there and ask yourself, like, sometimes they're only saying this shit just to be racist. You know what I mean? And sometimes they're only saying this shit just to be a bigot. So, yes, common grounds is what I believe. I do believe in common grounds. I believe similarities is how we build a larger tent. Yeah? I believe that's like the foundation of how we build a larger tent. You know, finding common ground is critical for people to come to my side. It's like, for example, I met some Trumpers down here. You know what I mean? Full-fledged Trumpers. Full-fledged Trumpers. But we were talking, and instead of me talking about, you know, racism and blah, 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 that stuff, even though I wanted to, you know what I mean? Because racism is an issue that I don't know how to tackle or address. Just my personal whatever. Like, I don't know how to even engage in that topic. But, to backtrack, I was engaging with these Trumpers, and education came up. And we both agreed that education should be basically free. You know, they were trying to say, like, oh, education needs to be affordable. And I'm like, affordable, free, call it whatever you want. Whatever it is right now is not what it needs to be. Okay? Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, affordable and free is like the shit that I was growing up with, where when you go to public school, you can either get a free lunch, a reduced lunch, or full price lunch. Okay? The free lunch and the reduced lunch were basically free. Okay? The full price lunch was full price. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at it. And I could be wrong. But when I was talking with these people, they were like, college should be affordable. And I'm like, if college costs 20 cents, then yeah, it's basically free. You know what I mean? Like, okay, sure, whatever, it's affordable. I don't care if it's like $2,000. Like, $2,000 for a degree is totally worth it. Like, paying $100,000 for a degree that, like, you don't even finish is, like, totally not worth it. So, like, yes, 1,000%, I agree with you. Finding common ground is one of the ways we can mend the healing. Because I believe in mending the healing as well. However, yes, we want to mend the healing, but we also want to take in consideration that the far right has no intention of mending the healing. And if I want to put on my conspiracy hat, if we consider the overall goals of the far right, we can reasonably assume that the far right has no interest in actually coming to a middle ground. Because, for example, you know how I talked to you about the pickup truck hitting the gay pride parade. Now, when the pickup truck hit the gay pride parade, I want to say almost 16 different states. I forgot the exact number. Okay, so don't quote me on the number. But I want to say it was maybe 16 states decriminalized people using their car to run over protesters, run over peaceful protesters. So they used that incident in Florida to justify making, you know, more lax rules and laws for people to be able to fucking run others over and have less consequences because of it. So, like, when you see shit like that, that's like fucking mind blown, and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck are people even thinking? You know what I mean? So, like, it's like, oh my god, I don't even know what to think anymore. So, okay, we have those laws being enacted. We have Republican laws actively trying to suppress voters, which is why Democrats are trying to push through the voting rights bill. You know what I mean? Because Republicans and Republican-controlled states are legislating um, laws to make voting more difficult. And I had a discussion with one of my Republicans in my family. You know what I mean? I have tons of Republicans in my family. So like when we were having this discussion, you know, he tried to bring up the bullshit Republican talking point of, hey, we want. Oh yeah, that shit on the 6th did not end on the 6th. That just what we saw in the open, and that kept going. Yes, I fucking agree with that shit. Yes, the fucking shit on the 6th was fucking terrorism. Fucking call that shit out. It was fucking terrorism. They fucking showed up with guns. They fucking had bombs. They were planning on kidnapping fucking members of Congress. That shit was fucking terrorism. Okay? That's fucking domestic terrorism to the fucking core. You know what I mean? Like, woo. Now, my Republican and my family, they denounced the January 6th, fucking what happened January 6th. But, like, as I was going back to what I was saying, they used the Republican talking point of, hey, we want people to make sure they have their IDs when they vote. And I go, yes, you're absolutely fucking right. You know what? People should sign up with their regular fucking, like, regular ID. You know what I mean? And be allowed to just fucking sign up with their regular ID. But, and I go, here's the caveat. Here's this fucking shit that Republicans don't tell you. And they go, yeah, he needs to bring his fucking driver's license, but he also needs fucking 10 other forms of ID to prove that this driver's license is real. Like, he needs to bring a phone bill. He needs to fucking bring a fucking birth certificate. He needs to fucking bring all this other shit to prove that he's the person, that he is in order to vote. And I go, once you fucking make me fucking bring 10 pieces of documents in order to vote, that's what you call a poll tax. Okay? And a poll tax is what rich people did back in the day to ensure poor people don't vote. Like, that's the fucking, you know, that's the fucking premise of fucking making voting harder. If once you start enacting rules that fucking make voting harder, like, you are degrading democracy. They stack it to be discriminatory from the start. Yeah, man. Like, it's tough, man. It's fucking tough. It's fucking tough. You know what I mean? And like, okay, like, here's another fucked up scenario. Like, I love the gay community. My cousin's gay. I love the gay community. But when I found out there was a portion of the gay community that supported Trump because they fucking hate illegals, you know what I mean? They hate fucking Mexicans. You know what I mean? Like, they support Trump because they fucking hate border crossing. I'm literally like fucking thinking to myself, bro, like, you know you're gay, right? Like, fucking, you know, if it was fucking 30 years ago in Ronald Reagan, you'd be fucking losing your job right now. You know what I mean? Like, but because you can fucking have a job, you can fucking talk shit to my cousin who's fucking working in the field right now, who's fucking cutting your grass, who's fucking, oh man. So like, fuck me, like, you know what I mean? It's fucking depressing sometimes. You know what I mean? It's fucking depressing. I'm sorry, Spooky Soup, but it's fucking depressing when like I see that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm trying to support your community. You know what I mean? And then I get fucking demonized. Some people are always looking for other people to look down on. It's a destructive sort of narcissism. Yes, I totally agree. I forgot there was a comic, but there's like, you know, but it was basically the idea of the middle class. The middle class won't hate the elites because they look good compared to the low class. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree, Spooky Sue. I try not to. I'm human. I fall and I'm susceptible to influence just like everybody else. But I promise you, I try not to. I promise you, I try to be, honestly, a shining light in here. Because I know inside of me, I know what I want to do is good. You know what I mean? I know outside, not so good. You know what I mean? I know, shit. When people look at me, you know what I mean? When people look at me, they go, look at that guy. You know what I mean? But they don't see the trauma that's inside. You understand what I'm saying? So, I try not to. I try not to take it personal. You understand what I'm saying? So all I do is I try to do, one step at a time, one day at a time, improve. Focus on improving. Focus on improving myself. Focus trying. Yes. Invisible damage. Yes, ma'am. The damage that you can't see with your own eyes. So, yes, I understand. So, I try to improve. I want to improve my scenario, my situation. I want to improve the situation for my family. You know what I mean? So like, I'm very conflicted. Okay? I'm gonna be 100% totally transparent. I'm 100% conflicted. Why? I understand the legacy of Che Guevara. I understand the legacy of Martin Luther King. I understand the legacy of Malcolm X and radicals of these type of people. And I understand what happens to these people. My wife does not. So she does not understand the consequences of my actions to the point that I understand the consequences of my actions. So I get very scared because white supremacists have, I want to say, they don't have an opportunity, but they have an ability to harm my family should anything happen to me. If you understand what I'm saying by that. So my greatest fear is that, or like one of my greatest fears, as I said, my other greatest fear was something happened to my kid. But like one of my greatest fears is like something to happen to me, and then I'm like something to happen to me where I'm not in a position where I can protect my family anymore. So like I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to find a wider community. It's just, as I said, like priorities get fucking mixed up at times. You know what I mean? So like, okay, I was doing all types of combat training, and then COVID hit. You know what I mean? So when COVID hit, I stopped going to the gym. And when I stopped going to the gym, you know what I mean? Shit fucking started going all over the place. You know what I mean? So I completely understand what you're saying, and yes, I am trying to get involved both in community and politically locally. So I'm keeping an eye on the people that I need to be around here where I'm at. So like because I know Florida is more of a purple state than blue state, I know that like my radical progressivism might not fly with everyone. So I need to be more of a moderate in this area compared to if I was in more of a liberal area like New York, Chicago, or California, where like I can be more radical and not have the same amount of consequences. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness, Miss Spooky Sue. I love you. Thank you. You know, we had a good time. We only played a couple matches, and that's fine because I like playing games. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. That community is how you else get elected though. Think grassroots. I'm sure there are independents though that don't like need a big party. Yes, 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 yes. You see, I connect with a lot of independents via Twitter. You understand? I connect with a lot of independents via Twitter. I also connect with a lot of Democrats via Twitter because at the end of the day, I'm blue. You know what I mean? I don't like Biden as president. Okay? I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. I want Bernie Sanders. You understand? That's what I want. However, do I think Biden is better than Trump? Yes. Do I think Biden has room for improvement? Yes. Do I think Biden has done some good things that us radical leftists talk too much shit about? Yes. Yes. Populism, it's tough. I don't know how to gauge populism right now because I had a better understanding of populism maybe 4 years ago. Now I think things have changed because of Trump. Trump had a fake populism. So like Trumpers believe that they're populist, they're right-wing populist, but in reality, that right-wing populism is fucking called fascism. You know what I mean? My left-wing populism called communism. You know what I mean? And some people don't like. He's a nationalist. Yeah, I mean, nationalist. Oh. You remember the National Socialist Party, right? Oh my goodness. Ugh. Fucking Trump, man. Fucking Trump. I don't even know how we recover from Trump. Like, legitimately, I seriously don't know. Because, like, the Trump supporters, as I said, down here in Florida, they're so angry. And some of them, yeah. I mean, thank you for the bus check. I think he's a general nationalist. I don't think he's a nationalist in the truest form of nationalist. Because, thank you for the water check. In my opinion, nationalism is very synonymous with fascism. And I will touch my toes. Oh my god, that feels so good on my back. And so many others. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for that. Oh my god. So, nationalism, very close to socialism. You know what I mean? Or fascism, not socialism. And with Trump, like I said, I thought he was a general. I think he was a faux nationalist. To be perfectly frank, like he presented the image of nationalist, but his policy was bullshit. His policy was very corporatist. And that you could tell with the tax cut that Trump and the Republicans signed into law. The tax cut gave corporations a permanent 25%, if I'm not mistaken, like reduction in taxes, and then it gave a temporary reduction to temporary reduction to taxes to American citizens for I believe it was 10 years or some shit like that. So like most Trumpers were like, yeah, we got a bonus in our income check, and I was like, yeah, that's only a temporary bonus. But sure, whatever, no problem. So yeah, like I strongly see Trump as a corporatist slash nationalist. Like I could see him being like fake nationalist. Yeah, I could see that. You know what I mean? Oh, Miss Spooky Sue, I thank you so much. Tang, thank you for stopping by as well. I hope your nails came out super pretty. You know what I mean? I hope they don't look anything like mine. And yeah, Dead by Daylight's fun, but like I said, I enjoy playing games. You know, I enjoy playing games, but honestly, I enjoy like fucking helping the world more, if that even fucking makes sense to you. I know it sounds fucking cheesy, but like I seriously like with my combat training, for example, I wanted to open up a gym to give like to offer free self-defense classes to like the gay community, so that way if they ever get into like a fight with like, you know, let's just put it out there, Trumpers or crazy right-wingers that want to hurt them, at least they know how to defend themselves a little bit. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I want to train them to be like Rambo or anything like that, but just competent enough to the point where like most fighters, if you know how to fight, like you can beat somebody who doesn't know how to fight. Thank you, Miss Spooky Sue. You have a great night. I appreciate you stopping by. I am going to keep on working on the project every fucking single day. We got another stream tomorrow if you want to come by and talk a little bit more. You know, I don't mind talking. Like, talking for me right now, super chill. I really enjoy it. You have a great night, Miss Spooky Sue. You take care. Thank you for, you know, thank you for everything you do. Honestly, you are such like a positive, like mental uplifter just for me, and I'm so happy to even have met you. So thank you. Miss Tang, same thing goes out to you. You know what I mean? I appreciate what you've been doing too. You know what I mean? I see what you've been doing on Twitter. You know, folks like me, we pay attention. You know what I mean? But you know, it's hard for folks like me to sit there and like, you know, express ourselves. Because as I said, I'm still dealing with toxic masculinity, and I'm still dealing with figuring out ways to express myself. You know, yes, Mr. Fugisu. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out ways to express myself, because fucking toxic masculinity doesn't allow me to express my emotions in the way that, you know, that I want. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Mr. Fugisu. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know, thank you for showing some love. I appreciate you coming out. And you know, if you stream it tomorrow, I want to come check you out. I don't know what time you're gonna be streaming. You know what I mean? You know, I'm setting it right now. I'll be honest with you. I have plans for streaming tomorrow, but I don't know if like I have the energy for that shit, because I am not naturally an extrovert. I'm naturally an introvert. I am half and half. I know this, so that's why like when I could talk about stuff that like I love and that like I'm super interested in, like I could ramble. No worries, Mr. Bukisu. No worries. You know, I'll just keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out for you. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the feedback you've been giving me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really appreciate it. Like, what you call it? You didn't have to do any of it. So like, I love you for that. Like, much love, much love. Appreciate that shit. Anyways, thank you. If you're gonna head out, go ahead and head out. Don't feel sorry for me if you're heading out. For everybody else, I'm gonna look for somebody to raid so that we can, at least spread a little bit more love and just try to like give some positivity and some good mojo, whatever you want to call it, to somebody else. Give that good energy because Miss Spooky Sue and Miss Tang came out. They gave me the good energy, so I want to give back the good energy. You know what I mean? So that's how I roll. Too foursome. Hold on. Wrong one. That is incorrect. Alrighty. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. It's incorrect. Okay. Just one moment. 594 794. There we go. Oh, nice shit. Okay. Where we at? There we go. Okay. Now we got some crazy stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Where we at? Hold on. I don't want to do that yet. I want to go here. I want to go here. And then I want to go here. Let's go Ray Randy. Let's go Ray Randy. Oh man. Randaro's good people. Really good people. Oh shit. He's on break right now. Let's go back. Fuck it. We can wait. I don't know if anybody else can wait. Oh man. That's right. Alright, if you want to raid with us, let's roll. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I am Rapace. We are signing out. Diorama's the only game show where people get killed and still come out a winner. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting the stream. We appreciate every single one of you beautiful people. Alrighty. So let's go. Look at this raid. Maybe I was supposed to do this. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Okay.